We lived in a big apartment building in Philly, and I didn't know a single one of my neighbors there. And then I moved here into the woods in Adamant. I can't see any of my neighbors' houses, but I know all of my neighbors' names. I see them almost every day here when I get my mail at this co-op.
Yeah, it has been said that if you lose the general store, you lose your town. What's left? You will notice it doesn't have a beating heart. Country stores have changed in a lot of ways, a lot of important ways, but the way they've stayed the same is probably the most crucial aspect. They are local features. They are the place where people go for information.
Our coffee club, as we call it.
Just get up and have a cup of coffee and shoot the bowl.
It's kind of a place to visit with your friends and bring the community together.
I think if you sat here and listened, you would notice that they're really not about store stuff.
Everything from, is the Gap open?
I found this lost dog.
Can you put the word out?
Do you know this person that lives here in town?
Do you know how long I boiled chicken for?
Oh yeah, they live on such and such a road.
I'm not a deer hunter, but I've learned an awful lot about deer hunting in here.
Oh, did so-and-so leave me a package?
My daughter's riding her bicycle to the center. Could you just tell me when she gets there?
And you know how to get people connected to do, jobs or get somebody to work or find somebody, a lost kid or a lost dog. I mean, we do a little bit of everything here.
I see people for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Food's good, the meat's good, the personalities are okay, but we do our best to get along with them.
Between the convenience and the social end of it, I think that it would hurt a lot of towns to not have a small mom and pop shop like what we have here.
That's where I say, the greatest ideas are born and some of the most difficult challenges in the community are resolved.
Because, sometimes it's full in here with people solving the world problems.
In the country stores, I found people to be very honest, very direct. I would learn more than I could ever learn in a poll or anything else. But I also had a better feeling of what's concerning people, what's on their mind.
When you go from community to community in Vermont and you start to see the general stores throughout the state in that light, it really makes you see that community.
They're often in older buildings and they have a long history, and that is most certainly a part of the character.
I guess the only way I can describe it is when I travel elsewhere and I don't find the small general stores and it's just a chain store on every corner, and you don't have the community feeling, you don't have that gathering place.
It's the place that you come to connect with other people. It's the place that you come to feel I belong somewhere.
And it's part of the reason that people want to be in Vermont is for the small, local, close-knit community feel.
I see a country store as kind of the entryway for a lot of people that are new to our community.
If somebody new moves in, we always make sure to let them know how welcome they are here.
Having a true center to a town or community like a general store makes all the difference.
We're more apt to do things for the customers that a big chain wouldn't do, special things.
If somebody's having a hard time, it's our general store that helps us all connect and help each other.
Let's say there's a need and somebody overhears a conversation about that need and something is done.
There's always someone that'll pitch in to do something.
They'll put a bucket out, a plastic bucket out. Hey, we need to raise money for this family or for this person's operation.
Ordering things on Amazon, we're going to the easiest place to shop, and we're losing connection with human people.
How we're connected through our phones, through our computers, through social media, a real person-to-person contact is important.
It's just a really great place to kind of unplug and have these interactions with people and not worry about what's on the device and the social media.
We need to continue to support these stores. It's, I think, good for your mind and your mental health.
You can go in and be known, have people greet you by name.
That makes you feel like you're somebody, like you're important.
Years ago, there was only family-owned stores. Years ago, it seemed like that's all we delivered to.
We've lost a lot of these stores. When we came in, there were over 300 in 1978. I do believe our number today is around 75.
The reason we bought the store is because the community was in need and nobody else had the resources to do it. And so I left my job and bought the store.
The governor and all of us around him are trying to do the policies that, make it more affordable for them to stay in business.
It's easy to say, oh yeah, I love local and I will support it, but it's not really viable unless you do that.
Stores like that been here for over 40, 50 years. I think, we just gotta fight hard and keep them going.
It's extremely important to maintain our general stores.
Take the time, go in your own general store. Pick one thing your family may buy every week and say, I'm gonna buy that at my local general store, because it does make a difference.
Support local businesses. They are your neighbors.
And it keeps our stores in the buildings, in our downtowns, and it really matters.
I love being here and hope to be here for many more years to come.
I mean, we've been here 19 years, so.
Due to the whole community, it's been, it's a heck of a ride. We plan on going for many more years.
Support your general store and think twice before you press order on Amazon.
We have a lot of choices in this world, but anytime you can support a small business, I think it really helps Vermont and it helps those smaller communities that desperately need our support.
By providing a service to the community and having a space to gather, they're ensuring that people want to stay here and they want to live in Vermont.
I think everybody here feels invested in the success of this place they rely on as their community hub.
We're in here together, right? So, why not buy it from our locals and help each other?
I want to buy my coffee from somebody I know who's going to put money back into the town.
We are extremely lucky to have been given the task to help our community, but we are also extremely blessed that the reason we have been able to be here as many years as we have is because our community has supported us.
It's the customers that built our business.
Come into the country store, whatever it takes to remember that you're part of this community. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience.
In 1930, we delivered our first gallon of milk.
Monument is a staple in everybody's home and kitchen around here.
Almost 100 years later, we owe our existence to the community stores throughout Vermont.
They're getting us this product that it is then getting to our customers in the freshest possible way that it can. Customers appreciate that.
The kind of business practices that they have and policies they have are very, very instrumental and supportive of what we do.
I really appreciate taking their time to promote general stores. I just really appreciate that they recognize that we're worth something.
I really want to say thank you for doing this. To get people to understand and realize that this has to stay as part of the community, as part of what Vermont is.
We're the heart of the community.
It's not just a store, it's a place where people take care of each other.
I don't know what we do in Vermont without general stores.
I grew up here. This is my everything.
I'm a lifelong Vermonter, and I know how valuable general stores are to us. Keep them, encourage them, is part of the soul of the state.
They are the heart and soul of our communities and of Vermont, and we need to treasure them and nurture them.
See all 8 episodes presented by Monument Farms. MonumentFarms.com.